Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Hey everybody, Anthony Rodriguez here, Walking Crow for another Tuesday edition of the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. Are you ready to choose a new way? Are you ready to choose a new life? Are you ready to choose for yourself something different? Not necessarily something better, but something different than you've chosen for yourself or others have chosen for you in your past life. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oishino, oishino, oishino. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Aho shino. Hey. But before we get started down that path of being too ready, too doggone ready, I'm going to sing in spirit, and then I'm going to smudge us and move us into the show. And you know, it's we're heading down the road into summertime. We're heading down in the road of a time of abundance and growth and newness and earth and sun and air and water and all those things. Aho. So be with me and welcome to everybody. Aho. Aho. Welcome everybody, and give me a minute and we're going to go right into clearing the room, clearing the channel, clearing all the phone lines, and clearing all the computers and everything that we use to communicate, clearing my hands, I hope, taking sage into my voice, into my lungs, into my heart, and making myself a clear channel, asking Creator Great Spirit, the power of the four directions and Great Mother, to make me clear channel of a good message, of a helpful message for those who are listening today, who will listen to the broadcast on the back end from YouTube and from other places, from Spreaker and Blog Talk Radio. Aho! I ask that my producer Tiffany Sage White, Sage Woman, be a clear channel. Aho! And that my voice would be heard clearly across the mountains, the deserts, the seas, around the world, and back again. Aho! Aho! So I want to tell you that if the background looks familiar, it doesn't look very Sedona-ish. I'm in LA for a week. As soon as I got to Sedona, you know, I was doing what I do, and I got a call from an attorney friend of mine who said he had 3 houses for me to clear, and some clients showed up. And so, you know, I don't say no to work. I don't say no to people. So it's only 8 hours. It's only $60 gas to get to LA. So I made the trip, and I'm here for a week, and then I'm in Carlsbad for a couple of days this weekend. But I'm going to be spending the 4th of July here in Los Angeles, celebrating the 4th and freedom, and we're going to talk about that. I'm celebrating my youngest sister. Her birthday is today. Yolanda Jimenez. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, sissy. Thank you for being my sister. Aho. Oof. I love family. Anyway, so here we go. So it's birthday time, it's celebration time, it's summertime, it's time of freedom, supposedly. It's not freedom for all, it's freedom for some. It's freedom for those who, I guess, who have the money to pay for their freedom, and put others and take away other freedoms from others. You know, I'm going to say that because there's things that need to be said. There are things that need to be heard. We need to know that those are the things that happen in the world. And we know that they happen in the world. We absolutely know. So, you know, I just needed to say it. And I'm emotional today. It's a time of emotion. I think there's some stuff going on in the stars where the moon's in Pisces and what have you and whatnot. And I'm not an astrologer, so I won't go into too much of that. But I want to tell you some things. I'm going to get into my calendar right now, but the drum I'm playing today, this is a 12-inch, 2-inch thick frame, 12-inch from end to end. This is an elk skin hide. This is the spine of the elk. This is the thinnest part of the elk hide on the very back, that where the sun manifests on this animal and helps this animal to grow. Aho, when this animal travels and stands in the light of his life. I am selling this drum for $250. It comes with a yucca, a mallet. I made the mallet and I made the drum. This drum is also signed by me. You can see it way back in here. And it's got the power of the 4 directions tie in the back. So it's a beautiful drum. If you want to purchase this drum, contact me at Anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com. And or you can reach me at 818-442-1717. And you know, if you send the money, $250 to Venmo to Venmo.com at Anthony-WalkingCrow-24. It's $250, and put a note in there for the drum and your address, and this will be shipped to you. There's no extra charge for shipping. It will get the drum. So saying that, also. My producer, my beautiful producer, reminded me last week because I forgot. Sage, for $15, you can get a bundle of sage, and it's $15 and $3.75 for shipping. I can ship up to 3 sticks of sage for $3.75. So let's say for $48.75, you can get 3 sticks of sage sent to you, and 3 sticks of sage will last you, gosh, 6 months or so. If you don't go crazy, you know, don't go crazy with the sage, because you only need a little to get rid of a lot. It cleanses, and it's an antiseptic, and it's a beautiful way to start the clearing of your life so you can move forward in your life. Well, fantastic. So there's that, and that's that. And let's go into my calendar. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific, you can find me, Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, right here on the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. And we were doing the sound vibration magic drum journey with Walking Crow on Thursdays. We started on Wednesdays, and then it moved to Thursdays, and it's going to be moving back to Wednesday again, because in Sedona, I work a lot on Thursdays now. A lot of my events are being held on Thursdays, and I'm going to start broadcasting some of those. So I don't want them to conflict. So all the drumming, the shamanic drumming, is going to be on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I'm going to drum tomorrow on the 4th of July. If you feel like you don't want to miss the drumming, but you want to do the other, you know, let me know. And maybe I'll move the drumming to Friday, so we can do that on Friday, whatever that looks like. But I'm planning for now to do the drumming, the shamanic drumming, at 8 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday night on the 4th of July. If you would like to make an exchange, a donation as an exchange of energies, you can do that, and by sending that to Anthony-WalkingCrow-24 at Venmo.com. You can send whatever you want. Doesn't matter. I don't care. A lady sent me a little note last week. My friend Sheila, she sent me a little note, said, "Can I buy you coffee?" And she sent me $10. And you know, coffee, that $10 buys 4 coffees for me, because I drink drip. You know, I'm not a fancy latte kind of guy, unless it's a chai latte. And then again, Transformational Sacred Drum Making Journey with Walking Crow. That is July 28th in Nevada City. If you're in the Nevada City area, or up in the Grass Valley area, or if you're in Reno and you want to drive into Nevada City, or you're somewhere in Roseville or up in that area, Northern California, come to this event. This event is not, it is not crafting and making a thing. This is making earth medicine. This is a spiritual experience. You're going to have the experience with the animal. You're going to have the experience with the frame, the wood, the grandmother tree, a whole. You're going to manifest and create and birth earth medicine that you will be able to use through your lifetime. If you are a shamanic healer, if you are a medicine person of any sort, and you're out there helping people, you will be able to use this for a lifetime or until you pass it on to somebody else. So that's on the 28th. You can go to Eventbrite and find that, or you can go to my Facebook page, my events page, and you can pay for that and do that there. Again, Transformational Sacred Drum Making Journey with Walking Crow on August 11th. Back in Los Angeles in Silver Lake with my host, Xochitl Ashe. Xochitl Ashe is an amazing, amazing medicine woman and shaman. Oh man, you know, I've drummed for cacao ceremony for her, and I love doing that because the ceremonies are just so amazing. There's so much healing and good that comes out of those ceremonies. So that's August 11th. Go to my Facebook events page, or go to my Eventbrite page and pay for that. The first 5 people for those events, for the drum making events that sign up, only pay $175. You're going to save yourself $25. So do that, because then you can take somebody out to eat for $25 like a Chinese restaurant or something. I don't know. And then Transformational Sacred Drum Making Journey with Walking Crow, again, August 18th in Asheville, North Carolina. I will be there with my good friend, Lynn Edgar, who's been a friend of mine for 30 years. We met here in Los Angeles, and she lives there. She's going to be hosting this event. And I believe we may be having it actually at Crystal Visions in Hendersonville, North Carolina, which is not far from Asheville. And that's a beautiful facility. If you haven't checked that out, check out crystalvisions.com or crystalvisionsbooks.com. I called them yesterday. I have to call them back today to firm that event up. So that's going to be happening. Save yourself $25. Sign up for $175 instead of $200. Be the first 5 to sign up. You can do that through my events page on Facebook, or you can do that on eventsbrite.com. Or you can go to my website and do that there. I hope. So what a beautiful day out. It's a beautiful day here in Los Angeles, and it's a little, June gloom, and I was out harvesting sage today, and I got to tell you, I got 55 smudge sticks of sage today that I did the work for this morning, and I'm excited because there's people out there who need that, who want to clear the energies of their life. So saying that, I bought a new deck of cards yesterday. We're moving on into the show, and I bought a new deck of cards, and here it is. And the deck of cards is called Spiritual Messages. Spiritual Messages. I've been using my chakra cards for quite some time, and I've been using the medicine cards, and I have 2 sets of medicine cards. And so I decided to buy a new deck because I wanted to try something a little different. And these are really beautiful. Look at that. Look how beautiful those are. This is the back, and they're gold leafed on the edge, on the sides. And look at the cards themselves. Look at that, how beautiful they are. They're just beautiful, beautiful cards, and they are spiritual messages. And so the spiritual message of today is let go, contrary. Aho. So let me read it for you. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. The spirits are protecting us. Keep letting go. This doesn't mean you have to let go. When it's like this, it means you need to let go. Just keep letting go and doing what you're doing, and bask in the glory and the light of what it is that you're manifesting. Because the more we're willing to let go of the outcome, and there's a lot of people who hold on to the outcome like with Kung Fu grip and G.I. Joe, Kung Fu grip. Never mind that, let go of the outcome. I did not know when I left 2 weeks ago for Sedona to move there, to live there, that I was going to be back in LA working in LA in the medicine the capacity that I was working in Sedona. So, I'm going to be back and forth. I'll be back here like every 3 weeks because, my mom's here and my family's here. But I didn't have any plans on doing that. So I have let go of the outcome of what my life is going to look like as a healer, as a medicine man, as a shamanic healer, as giving shamanic messages, as a mentor, all those things, So, that's the message for us. And let me know that you're letting go. Oh, by the way, 323-870-3791 is a call-in number. Call in today. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know if you don't agree with what I'm saying. And because I agree to disagree, I don't have to argue with you. I don't have to argue with anybody. I'm good with it, you know, because I stand by what I say, and it's okay for you not to stand by what I say. So remember to let go. Let go and let good. Let go and let God. Fall, autumn is the time of harvest. Fall, autumn is the time of losing the leaves. Direction of the west, direction of the woman, direction of letting go, direction of grandmother moon, 28-day cycle, letting go, the 28-day cycle. Women are the perfect goddess vessel for letting go. They bear children. And when the seed is not fertilized, the woman lets go of that seed. And you all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to do biology class with you or health class. It was health class with those films, black and white films with Johnny and Jane in their underwear, in their tidy whities, you know? So, but I'm saying that because the abundance, coming into the abundance is about the letting go and the expectation of your harvest. You know, stop checking your bank account. You know, stop, you know, looking to see who's around in the room, who's going to see you, you know, who you're going to date next. Never mind. Close your eyes. Walk blindly. Walk by faith, not by sight. Aho. The Bible tells you that, but this show is not about the Bible, and it's never going to be. Aho. Whoa. Somebody setting off fireworks or something. That was weird. It was a big explosion. Anyways, so today's show, I was going to talk about the abundance, and I'm going to talk about the abundance. And I'm moving towards the abundance through summer. Are you ready to come into your abundance? Are you ready to move through summer, to do the watering, to do the tilling of the soil, to do the nurturing of the fields, to do the nurturing of yourself inside, to do self-care, to go out and sit on the earth and ground, to go out and sit under a tree and be with the energies, the circular energies from grandmother tree, from her branches to her roots, from her branches to her roots, from her roots to her branches. Are you ready? Are you ready to go into that place? Are you ready to be in that place? Aho, aho. You know, a lot of times people don't feel like they deserve the abundance. We don't know how to be or get out of our broke mentality, our broke emotional body, the emotional body of our root chakra. And I'm talking about the chakras today. Our root is about well-being. Root is about job. Root is about foundation. Root is about money, security, safety. Root, home. Are you rooted so you can be fruited? Or are you busy, you know, tippy-toeing around and not putting your feet flat on the floor so you can see what's out there, or what's over there, or what's over there, or to see how the neighbors are living, see what the neighbors are driving, see the kind of house the neighbors have? That's none of our business what their neighbors. You know, let's not base our life on what other people are doing, what other people have. Let's not do that, you know? Let's not do that. 323-870-3791 is the call-in number, and I want to remind you that you're listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with myself, Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. Aho. And I will ask this question. Oishino, oishino, oishino. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Oh, I want to remind you that I'm going to ask you to share the show with people. Share with them the show. You know, if you like what I have to say, or if I say something profound, because a lot of times I don't know what I say till after the show, and then I listen to it, and I'm so drained from the channel is that, you know, I fall asleep for an hour or two, and then I'm trying to listen to it, and it doesn't happen for me. So then I have to try later on in the evening to try to listen to the show, to understand and listen to what I actually said. So coming into your abundance, and I always say, you know, if this container is full, I'm not going to be able to put water in it, right? I have to empty this container so this container can be full, refilled again. I can't refill a full container. And if you're a container that's full of old baggage, of old stuff, of old ways of being, and old energies and old hurts and wounds and shames and bondages and baggages, let go. Let go. Do a fire ceremony. You know, take that piece of paper, you know, take that lighter, take that match, and let it go. Set it up. Watch it rise to the, watch it rise to the heavens to Creator Great Spirit. Give it to them. Omateo, the duality of Creator Great Spirit is Omateo. Say Krishna, Radhe Govind, divine feminine, divine masculine. Are you ready to let it go? Are you ready for the harvest that's coming? Because there's a lot of people who are complaining. They're doing the work, but they're complaining about what they're not getting. I got to pay my rent. Well, God knows that. Creator knows that. The only person that doesn't know that you need to do that is you, because you're complaining about it, and don't let anybody else forget that you got to pay your rent. So you apparently don't know that your rent's going to get paid. You apparently don't know that your rent should be paid because you're always talking about wow. You know what? Be in faith. Walk by faith, not by sight. I'm going to tell on myself right now. I'm going to tell myself, and I'm going to do a lot of telling on myself today, because you guys know I can't be an example for you all of what to do if I don't do the doing, right? I don't think about the doing. I don't talk about the doing. I do the doing. And a lot of you know that, because right now, Tiffany White Sage Woman, my producer, said, aren't you in Sedona anymore? She didn't know I was back in LA. But I'm only here for a few days. We're doing some work, right? So when I left for Sedona a couple weeks ago, I quit my job. I walked away. I told the director of that store, I don't need to be working for you and be broke. I can be broke working for myself, but I'm not going to be broke. I'm working for myself, and I'm creating my future. I will not create my future working for somebody else, living under the lash of mediocrity, of living under the lash of duty and what I feel I have to do for myself or others, because that's the message that I got for a lifetime. And that message hasn't changed from anybody except for me. Do what you want to do. Live out loud and be strong. I was with a young lady the other day. She painted a beautiful painting for me, a crow. I posted it on Facebook, a crow. And we had that conversation. She's an artist. She's a healer. I said, be that, do that, and let people know that you're being that and doing that, and your life will expand and grow. Your life will expand and grow like my life will expand and grow. I let go and let good. When I left for Sedona, because I was so busy, I forgot about some things, and some things got taken out of my account, because that's how life is. I have to pay for stuff. So I went to Sedona with $80 in my pocket. Who moves to Sedona with anywhere with $80 in your pocket? Well, guess what? I did my due diligence, and I went out and met people and blah, blah, blah. And people were sending me money for mentorship, and people were sending me money for as exchange of energy gifts. And I got a gig doing this, and I got a gig doing that. And so invited me for dinner. This person invited me for dinner. So the money that I thought that I needed became less and less. And what happened was the abundance came greater and greater, because I let go of the thinking of what it was that I thought I needed to create what I think it's supposed to look like. I don't know what it's going to look like. But what I do know, that on Tuesday, I was sitting at the top of Bell Rock, across the street from my house, from where I'm living. And I'm up there, and I'm drumming, and I'm singing, and I'm offering tobacco, and I'm offering sage, and I'm singing. I wrote 2 songs up there that are going to be on the upcoming album, Journey of the Walking Crow, which I'm going to record with Ian Morse in Vermont later this month, later this summer. So see, I'm talking about that because I'm manifesting. It's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen, just like Sedona happened. And so I'm up there, and I finished I'm doing, my phone rings, and it's a friend of mine who's an attorney. He said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "No, I'm in Sedona, blah, blah, blah." Doing what I'm doing. And he says, "Hey, I have 3 house clearings for you in LA. Are you going to be in LA?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Yes." I say yes to everything. I don't wait to say no and think about it. No, yeah, I'll be there. And as soon as I said yes, I will be there, a client that I had booked 3 weeks ago canceled. So, and I'm like, oh, okay, how am I going to get to LA now? Because, the thing. And so I asked myself that question. I thought, never mind, it'll take care of itself. And what started to happen was, Anthony, I need a mentoring session. Anthony, I need a mentoring session. And I put it out there that I would take donations. And what happened was people were sending me donations for those mentoring sessions. I didn't ask them how much. I didn't tell them how much. They sent me what they could afford, and what they could afford was enough, And on top of that, I picked up a client, another client in Sedona, and then I picked up 2 more clients back here in LA. So my calendar filled up. I've been so busy, that I haven't had time to really rest until today. I actually slept all night long. I didn't get up during the night. And so I've been busy going and manifesting. Why? Why is Anthony manifesting the way he's manifesting? Why is it that he's always got a smile on his face, and he's doing the things, he's talking about what he's doing? Because if I talk about what I'm doing, and if I talk about it in a good way, and please don't agree with everything I say, listen to your heart, listen to yourself. Allow me to be the facilitator of a shift that can happen in your life, like I allowed others to be facilitators of the shifts that are happening in my life. And now I'm the facilitator and the creator and the manifester in my life. And I don't do it out of duty. I don't have a wife to take care of. I don't have kids to take care of. I don't have, debt to pay. I have very little debt, and I have one last thing of debt that I made arrangements on the other day, and that's going to get taken care of as I go, and I feel good about doing it, and then there's my car. That'll take it. All that stuff will take care of itself. You can too. You can too. You can too. Are you tired of not being able to move your shoulders and your neck because you're stiff, because you're not able to say the things you need to say? Give yourself the things you want to give to yourself, are not able to say to yourself, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready, because I know you're ready. I know Cindy's ready. I know Sarah's ready. And I know those who follow me, who send me those messages that they send me, who send me their donations. I know that they're ready because they're manifesting, and they trust, and they believe like I trust. I want to ask you, how many of you really trust? How many of you really believe? Hold on a second. I have to close the window because somebody's lit up a lawnmower outside, and it's causing problems. Hold on a second. Okay, it's not a lawnmower. It's a somebody's cutting down a tree, and it's a wood chipper. So, how many of you trust? How many of you trust others, but you don't trust yourself? You trust that others know what they're doing. You go to the psychic. You go to the medium. You come to me, and you trust us for answers and direction, but you don't trust yourself enough to say, I got this. I got this, and I trust me. I trust where I'm going. I trust. Do you trust? Or do you trust out of duty because it's so and so, and you're going to honor them instead of honoring yourself? Honor others, but honor yourself first. I'm the first person to say, me first always. You first always. Aho. All right, man, this hour is going. It's already almost 1:30. I want to remind you that you can call in live at 323-870-3791. Feel free to call in. I'll answer any questions that you may have. And we'll talk about what we need to talk about. Do you need a healing? Do you need a feeling? Can you feel? Was your last feeling hurt? Do you have feelings? Are you able to step into your feelings? Aho. I trust walking into the knowing. All right, Cindy. Nilda Gonzalez, amen. Thank you, Nilda. I do. Thank you. Aho. Everybody's starting to come in and chime in. I love it. I love when you guys chime in. But give me a call and ask a question. Remember, the letting go of the letting go. Let go. Let go of the leaves. It's contrary. So we're already doing the work of letting go. Are you ready to manifest? Put your hands in the air like you just don't care and say, I'm ready to manifest. I am, when I leave Los Angeles, I'm not going to go straight back to Sedona. I'm going to Carlsbad to be with my friend Corey. This is a friend of mine we've been friends for 27 years. I don't have I have a few friends like that, but Corey is somebody I trust dearly. We got sober together, and we've been walking the path for quite some time, healing. I asked Neil that, give me a call. Call in 323-870-3791. I will send those healings out. You know that I do. As my voice carries, so does the energy from my hand. So does the energy from my heart. I vibrate out good. I vibrate out nurturance. I vibrate out healing. I vibrate out love. How much do you want to be loved? Tell me that you want to be loved. Tell me that you don't know how to love yourself, so we can stand in the power of that light, stand in the power of that love, and stand in the power of community. I am where love lives, and I am what hope looks like. You are where love lives, and you are what hope looks like. Do you want love? Do you want a healing? Do you want to change the things in your life that you never knew you could change, that you didn't have to bow down to somebody else so they could help change you, so they could be the love that you want? Don't be out there chasing riches from some guy or some girl, or don't be looking for a life that's through somebody else. Look through your life. Look through your life from within. Turn your eyes inward. Be the mirror unto yourself. Be the mirror unto your soul. Create and manifest from letting go, taking the sage and smudging yourself and allowing yourself the antiseptic to work on you and work on your soul and work on who and what you are and who and what you have always been. A whole, the manifester of manifesting, the manifestees. A whole. Did you hear that? Manifester of manifesting, the manifestees. A whole. A whole. You are the manifestees. I am the manifester, manifesting the manifestees, because I am the tree that doesn't get knocked down by the four winds. I am well rooted and I am well fruited. I am well grounded. The four winds will not knock me down. I may lose a branch and I may lose my leaves, but the four winds will not knock me down. And I extend my branches into the heavens. I am rooted, I'm fruited. And I want you all to listen to this, because I say this every week. I am rooted and fruited, and I extend my branches into the heavens, and the birds of the air nest in my branches and eat of my fruit. And what is my fruit? My fruit is the experience of what I talk about, from how I got to point A to point B, and you can too, and so can you. And you say, Anthony, me too. I did the same thing. You did the same thing. You too. Me too. You too. See how that works? See how that works? In Alcoholics Anonymous, the rub is one alcoholic talking to another. It's not getting sober. It's not stopping drinking. The rub, the magic, it comes in. One alcoholic talking to another. They tell them, they share stories. They share like happenings. They share like healings. They share how they did it one day at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 year at a time, 1 decade after decade after decade at a time. And that's where I'm at, because that's how I learned it. I got sober that way. I haven't had a drink or a drug in 27 years. Not that I want one, but I haven't wanted one because I live a spiritual life. I walk in my faith. I walk in the power and the soul of who and what I am, and who and what I've always been. Not what they tried to create, not what they tried to make me, not Pavlov's dog. I am not Pavlov's dog waiting for the bell to ring so I can eat. I am not Pavlov's dog. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and this is a Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine show, and this is a Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me know you're ready, because I'm looking at your responses. You're looking at your response. I'm looking at your responses, and somebody's calling in. Caller 417. I believe that's Cindy. Cindy, are you there? Is that you?
Oh, Weaver.
Hello, Weaver. What's going on? Thank you for calling.
I just went, I'm fucking done.
Oh,
It's my language.
let's watch the expletives there.
So it's going to be on Facebook. I hammered down. I took out the beer, the ashtray, the cigarette, the Waffle House emblem. I'm done with all of it. Everything that has to do with Route 2, the 2731-C, Seymour, Missouri, 65746. I'm done with 479-543-64. 479-683-3201. I'm done. I'm done with.
That's right, Cindy. Hey, Cindy.
That was it. That was the only thing that was left.
Hey, Cindy, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How you doing? You on fire?
I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
Cindy's on fire. She's ready to go. Oh my gosh. Yes, I am a teacher. And Cindy, thank you for listening. I love that you've listened to the words that I've shared and you were willing to step into the power, into your power. You're willing to throw off the cloak of pain and the hurt and of bondage that you were in and under, and you were able to come into the power of stepping up and stepping out for yourself. Aho.
Aho.
Tell me what you've been doing this week.
Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy.
Yes.
Tell us what you.
I'm going to be fixed by Friday. I don't care about all this shit that I have accumulated. All I need is some personal items, and some clothes, and a blanket and a pillow, and my car, and I'm driving myself out of here.
You know, sometimes we have enough. We just get tired, sick and tired and fed up of having to put up the things that we don't have to put up with. People think they're fooling us, and they're not fooling us. Right, Cindy?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
They think they're... I've got my mind right. Excuse me. I don't have my mind right. Something's got my mind right.
There you go. Yeah. You know, when we decide to put our life together, like Cindy's doing, we just do it. There's no talking about it. There's no thinking about it, because it becomes an overwhelming responsibility of self-care, self-nurturing, self-giving, self-doing, you know, and that's what Cindy's doing right now. She's giving to herself. She doesn't care what somebody else wants from her, because somebody only wants to take from her. And I've been there, and I've done that. You know, I've lived my life for other people. I'm done with living my life for other people. I live my life for me, and I give it freely I give. And Cindy's a result of that. All of you who are listening right now, and all of you who are going to be listening to later today or this week, you know, once the broadcast is off the air and you're listening to the archives and you're re-listening to the show, because I know a lot of people re-listen to it because they miss some stuff. You know, you start to change your life, and you start to take hold of what it is that you want. You know, you start to take hold of what it is that you want. And that's what Cindy's doing, you know. And Cindy, thank you for honoring me.
That's some stinking thinking. And then I have to, wait a minute. I've got to back up. Think about this again and regroup.
Right.
And a lot of times, Anthony, I go on your Facebook and I see what you post, and I'm like, think about that. Yeah. That's what Cindy needs to do. And you know what? I know what it is. I post something on there, and it's not the right intentions, and you give out a little message. It's like a spirit guide.
Yeah.
I see everything. Everything is all clear. Oh my gosh, the walnut trees out here are getting gone. The walnuts, shedding these leaves, and I posted a picture of this walnut tree out here that I was sitting under yesterday. I think it was like 300, 400-year-old tree. Huge tree. And I feel like that's what I'm going to be. That's who I am going to turn into. I'm going to turn into a 300-year-old tree with a bunch of fruit on it.
Do you know, Cindy, the tree, and everybody needs to hear this, not just Cindy. A tree never sees itself. It doesn't have a mirror. There's no way for a tree to look at itself. A tree only sees the other trees. And a tree only reaches out and up. It reaches out to the other trees, and it reaches to the heavens. and it feeds the birds of the air, and it houses the birds of the air, and it feeds the animals of the ground squirrels, and it feeds us as humans. You know, the trees feed us, and it doesn't ask for anything in return. A tree never asks for anything, but a tree is always standing solid in its foundation, in its root, and in its fruit. Aho. And it feeds, and it feeds. And that's what my job in life is, Cindy. My job is to feed. And you've been fed, and now you're feeding others. And it's exciting to watch you and listen to you, you know. But remember, you got to get some sleep. You're up all night long. You got to get some sleep at some point. So, telling on you. So, you know.
I've been on YouTube, and I missed your video. I had to catch a recap of it this afternoon, your morning live video. But I've been on YouTube, and I have been listening to Cryon, or however you say it. I've been listening to those videos, and I am like learning a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because you're willing, you're open, you're willing. You're emptying the vessel so you can refill the vessel.
Yes, I am, and this is the last straw, Anthony. My toes, I was sitting in the living room a while ago, and I posted a post. I said, I'm breaking every freaking ashtray in this house. That's where I said the cuss word. Anyways, and I mean, it was big, bold letters. But before I even posted that, though, I thought, my toes are still blue. They're not getting circulation, oxygen, blood flow. I said, I'm done. I'm done. I want to be able to walk out this door. Be able to walk out.
Now, I happen to know that, well, I know because Cindy follows me. And Cindy made a commitment last week. And I'm going to say this because it's important. I know, you know, Cindy made a donation. And I don't want you to talk about that, Cindy. I just want to say it the way that I say it, please. And she made a donation, but she made a major commitment to herself when she did that. Because I know that, you know, Cindy's limited in funds, right, Cindy? You're limited in funds. But you made a commitment because you felt it was that important for you to get the help that you needed. Sometimes, folks.
Well, I'm going to make another donation tonight.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not about, you know, if I have health insurance or I don't have health insurance or where I can go and who can get. Sometimes you get to the point where you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of the sick and tired. You know,
and sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
I'm exhausted.
Right. Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I mean, this is it. This was the last chain, and this ceremony is going to make sure that the chain is broken.
Broken.
That is my intention. The chain is going to be broken with the ceremony.
There you go. You know, yeah. I want to remind everybody while Cindy's on with me that you're listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow. And you can call in live at 323-870-3791. You're listening to Cindy Weaver from Dogwood, Missouri. Cindy and I have never met in person. We've only spoken through social media and on this show, but Cindy has reached out to me because she wanted help. She felt that she needed to do something drastic for her life because her life, Cindy, correct me if I'm wrong, was drastic. Drastic.
It was just, I was dead. I was literally dead inside.
Yeah. Yeah. She's alive now. She's alive and kicking. Those feet of hers that kept her from walking down in the mailbox are allowing her to walk to the creek and the mailbox and everywhere else she needs to go now. You know, so
anywhere. I've been laid up for 4 years behind these walls, not even being able to really go outside because when I injured my feet and I tore up my ACL and I continued to walk on it, although I didn't get surgery for my ACL for 2 months after I tore my ACL. And nobody wanted to care enough for me to take me to my physical therapy where I wouldn't be in this position right now. Well, by golly, why the fuck do I want to get up and make you coffee and lay your clothes out? I'm not your mother, you know? I'm done, Anthony.
Right on.
I'm sorry.
Cindy, I love you. I love the fact that you've taken your life in your own hands, that you've taken your life into your own soul, that you've taken your voice and started to speak and break up the clogs and the blocks in your fifth chakra, you know, and you honor me when I know that you use an expletive or two. That's okay. We all get tired of and we all have to express ourselves the way we do. And I want to thank you for calling in, and I want to thank you for finding me and allowing me to come into your world and your space to help you find freedom.
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. And I mean, I apologize though.
No, don't worry. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. You know, we all have to.
I got it out of me.
Right. So now there's room for more.
Blessed afternoon, Anthony, and I can't wait for the ceremony tonight.
All right. There's more room for receiving that Cindy just created. You know, she created more room for receiving.
Yeah.
Aho.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah, my only intent for receiving is being able to get my feet where I can walk away. You know, I'm going to walk away.
Yes, walk away. So, yeah. So who is that? Nilda Gonzalez. Nilda, give us a call, 323-870-3791. Nilda has some questions, and I want to answer those questions, but I'd like to hear Nilda's voice if I could. If you don't mind.
Well, I'm going to let you go and give someone else their turn.
All right. You have a beautiful day. Thank you. Happy 4th of July.
I'll be on later.
All right. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
All right. Let's see. Nilda.
Namaste.
All right. Namaste. I have too much fear. I want to let go. What should I do? Please help. Well, Nilda, what is the fear that you have, and what are you afraid of? A lot of times when we're in fear, we're not sure what the fear is. We're not sure why we're afraid, because we have fear of the unknown. And I was talking to a medicine woman yesterday, a shaman yesterday at coffee, and what she did was, thank you, Nilda. What she did was she told me about her fears, and she's been in depression. She's been having a tough time for about 2 or 3 weeks. And I told her, I said, go in one of your bedrooms at home and turn off the lights and look around and look for every spot in the room where light shines through from the outside, from the outside, the blinds, the outside, the curtains, under the doorway, where light shines through where you think it's dark. You will always find light shining into your darkness, but you won't always find darkness shining into your light. Isn't that an amazing thing? I think that's amazing, and I'm thankful for all my relations and the ancestors and the guides for pointing that out to me. Go into a dark place. When you're dark, when you're depressed, when you're angry, when you're hurt, when you're wounded, and you feel you're walking through the darkness, or the darkness, there's always somebody that says, hello there. Hey, how you doing? There's somebody smiling nearby or shining a light. They're wearing a cross. They're wearing a crystal. They're wearing a piece of jewelry that says something. They're wearing a bright color. They're listening to a piece of music that catches your attention. You never know where the message is going to come from when you're in your darkness and how the light is going to shine through. Look for the light. Look for the light. Look for the right light. Yeah. My producer says about Cindy, these boots are made for walking. And Cindy's walking. Cindy's walking through her life. And right now she's running through her life because she was dragging herself through her life a few weeks ago. And Cindy's on fire. I'm on fire. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Aho, aho. Cindy got tired of having somebody stepping all over her, of treating her in a way that's not so nice, And, we all have that. In fact, let me know if you have somebody in your life who steps on you in a way that's not okay, who comes into your life and wreaks havoc and disrespects you and dishonors you. And they look at you like, what? What's the problem? And that happened to me yesterday, Somebody said something to me and I got angry because it's something that wasn't true. It's something that wasn't so. They don't understand. And I'm going to say this, are there people in your life who look at you and don't understand what you're doing or who you are? Well, somebody looked at me And because they don't understand what I do, they don't understand the medicine that I carry, they don't understand the work that I do. I'm going to Sedona, I'm traveling across the country, I'm traveling in different parts of California. People call me, I go to the office and they come and see me. And somebody said something really interesting to me. Well, I'm not even going to say it, but it was somebody that says they love me, and they birthed me with my mother. And she said something to me that really hurt my feelings and angered me. And today, she came in to apologize. And I said, you don't have to apologize because you're going to do it again. I know who you are. I see you. And I don't understand why you can treat everybody with kindness and kid gloves, but you treat your own children like crap. These are the words that came out of my mouth. You treat us like we're dirt. And you talk about us like we're crap. And you kiss the ass of your grandchildren, and it's like, I don't understand that. Would it be different if I would have had children? But all that doesn't matter. What mattered was I was able to not stay in the hurt and the anger of that and stand in the power of who and what I am and say, you don't understand what I do. I understand that you don't understand, but that's no reason to try to hurt my feelings and diminish this person, because I had to tell her, it's not okay to hurt my feelings. It's not okay to say things that aren't true to me or other people about me. So, what do you do with that? How many of you have to have conversations like that, or one-sided conversations where you cower and you're not sure what to say? You have stuck energy where you don't say a word, or you say all the wrong things, or you fire off at them about them and the things that they're doing and what they're not. And those things may be true and they may not be true. But how does that serve the situation? What serves the situation is just standing in the power and seeing what it is and expressing that I understand that you don't understand. And it's not okay to hurt my feelings. It's not okay to talk that way about me. Has anybody gone through that? I know Cindy has. Has anybody else gone through that? Give us a call, 323-870-3791. Having the knowing and the ability to say that to somebody, and you may get initially angry at first. I did. I got angry and I got hurt. I was pissed. I left the house. Where was I going? I was going to do a house clearing yesterday, and I didn't want to be in that state of mind going to do the house clearing. So I left an hour early so I could sit and I could be silent and quiet and in that space of peace, because I needed to get back to that. I didn't want anybody stealing my power, stealing my joy, stealing my love. Because I want to show up for you on the Tuesday when you choose to dial into the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with Anthony J. Rodriguez Walking Crow. I wanted to be whole and here for you, because it honors to be able to do that. And I honor myself by showing up regardless of how I feel. And I smile. I smile as hard as it is to smile sometimes. I have to empty my vessel of what happened so I can be full of joy, so I can carry a message that the ancestors and the guides download for me, for you. And I can be the carrier of that, facilitator of that message. I want to be a message of love. I want to be a message of care. I want to be a message of nurturance. I want to be able to hold myself and take self-care, good self-care of me. I want to breathe. I want to breathe into my body, breathe into my feet, breathe into my soul, and allow my body to be nurtured by second medicine, first breath. Aho. 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 It's not okay to listen to somebody degrade you and speak poorly of you. It's not okay. It's not okay. When we allow that to happen, it speaks to our no or low self-esteem. Do you have low or no self-esteem? Do you not know how to unblock your fifth chakra and say what you have to say? Do you not know how to come out of the stinking thinking that Cindy mentioned of what happened to you in your life and how things go and what I would have done and what I should have done and what I could have done, and if they do that to me, I'm going to do, all that stuff that we think about, that the static creates, the Chicken Little. And I'm going to say this: Chicken Little turns into chicken shit if you fall into the trap of Chicken Little. Don't fall into the trap of Chicken Little. The sky is not falling. No matter how things look, the sky is not falling. Oh. Be in your feet, be grounded, and know that, you know, that's a sick, that might be a sick person that's treating me that way. That may be a person that maybe they're afraid, maybe they're wounded. You know, and I'm not saying that's okay. That's not an excuse to abuse somebody. But maybe they're just as scared as you are. Maybe they're just as afraid as I am, or I was. There's very little that I'm actually afraid of now. And I think that most of what I'm afraid of is my potential for going back and slipping back into the place that I was, the place that I used to be, the thinking. Because that stuff doesn't go away. You need to know, just because you deal with something and you actually face it, doesn't mean it goes away. What it does is it lives in the Akashic memory. It lives in your soul. It lives right here, right now. And it may not be dogging you or bothering you at any specific time. But if you surrender it, you surrender to the idea of that or those things and uncover, discover, embrace those things that hurt you. Embrace them and surrender to them. They become disempowered, and you get to stand up in your own 2 feet and become empowered. Like I was empowered earlier by saying, you hurt my feelings. That's not okay to tell lies and speak untruths about me. This show's almost over. We've got 4 minutes. How about that? You know? And it's been a beautiful day. I want to thank Cindy for calling in. I want to thank Nilda Gonzalez for sending me messages and letting me know that you're there, Nilda. Welcome to all the new listeners today. We have a lot of new listeners. I've been growing by amazing amounts over the last 6 months. I've gone from 1,200 followers on social media to about 2,300, and that's happened really fast, like about 4 to 5 people a day, and it's amazing. And I'm not doing anything special, but what I'm doing is being me. I'm standing in my feet. I'm standing in my root. I'm standing in my shoe. I'm offering the medicine that I have from the experience that I walked through, the experience that I became willing to walk through by letting go of the fear or walking through the fear when I didn't know I could, when I didn't know I would, when I didn't know I should. Can you? Will you? Do you? Do you want to walk through the fear and let go of the things that dog you for a lifetime or lifetimes? I want to take this time to thank my beautiful producer, Tiffany White, Saved Woman, the Reverend Tiffany White, Saved Woman. She has her show on Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific. I believe that's 8 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. Tiffany, correct me if I'm wrong. And it's an amazing show. You can go get a reading, and she pulls cards more than I do. I only pull one. I used to pull more cards, but you know, I want to keep the flow of the show going, so I only pull one. So we have hope, and we were given hope today by letting go and allow yourself to let go. So I want to thank my producer, Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for offering a place on Goldylocks Productions and Blog Talk Radio and Be Live TV for not just myself, but all the other mediums and healers and radio personalities that produce on this show, that were produced by her on this show. She works hard, and I want to thank her for that. And I want to remind you that you're listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. I want to remind you that my name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. And if you would, go to my website at www.sacreddrummedicine.com, and you can find out what I do. You can look at some of the pictures from my work. You can read exactly what I do. You can find out what my rates are. And if you want to set an appointment with me, whether it's long distance, whether it's on the phone, whether it's video conferencing or in my office here or in Sedona, you can come to see me, and we can help you manifest a better way of being, a better way of life, a better way of loving, a better way of laughing, a better way of breathing. Because sometimes we take a breath in and we're so petrified that we don't know if we're going to be able to exhale. And how many of you have ever been in that position where you don't know if you can exhale because you're so frightened? You're so frightened. Hope. Let me stand with you. Let me stand next to you. Let me stand behind you. And if I need to, let me stand in front of you and pull you forward. My name is Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow, and this is a Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. Aho.